They have been married for 33 years.
And the whole time he talked about his ex-girlfriend who he had just broken up with.
Were you seeing relationships struggle?
So we can disagree, we can not talk to each other, but
Obvious that both of you are not on the same page at the same time, all the time. A lot of women especially get frustrated with who they're attracting, but it really is. All right, y'all, welcome back to the Real Connect podcast. I am Tamika Carlton, your host, and I am very eager to have this conversation with Jason and Tina Marie. They have been married for 33 years. Okay, we're about to get into all of it, all right, because I cannot wait. How are you two? Thank you so much for joining me.
We are amazing. Well,
yes.
I'm amazing.
I'm amazing too because I'm married to you, baby.
Right, so
Yeah.
Hey,
amazing.
that's what I'm talking about.
And we are excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
For having us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm excited to have this conversation because I feel like there's very few, well, for me, there's very few marriages that I've seen that have been in the midst of it for 33 years. That's one piece of it. But you two are really transcending and transforming how people think about relationships, right?
Absolutely.
And
yes, absolutely.
Yes, that's what I'm all about, with the Real Connect. So I'm excited for us to dive in. Before we get started, like into all the nitty gritty, how did you two meet? Please tell the story.
Well, there may be, people say there's three sides to a story, right? There's my side, his side, and the truth.
Listen.
But my version,
Yeah.
so my version is, I'm going to be quick with it. My version is my friend met someone and he was coming to pick her up to take her out. She was home by herself. And so she asked me to come over so she wouldn't be there when he picked her up by herself.
Okay.
She's like, well, just come over, So I was like, okay, fine. Like, what time will he be there? And so she was like, he said around 12 or 1. Well, between 12 and 1. So I said, okay, well, I'll be there about 11:30. So I got to her house and we waited. And we waited.
Ooh, they were tardy.
To the party.
He arrived like about 7 or 8 o'clock. It was dark outside. Yeah.
How you go from 12 to 8, 7 to 8?
Yes. Yeah. So me, I was like, don't let them in.
Listen,
we gotta get the money.
Okay.
We gotta get the money.
Wait. First, I was like, wait. He has someone with him. I was like, he's late. And like, back.
Listen.
And he has somebody with him. Like, and they're smiling and laughing. And then I was like, if I was you, I would not let them in. And she was like, no, that's rude. I was like, rude is
not is
like,
being tardy. Hello.
Yeah. So that was my version. So
Okay.
I was already on 10. I was like, you have to be kidding me.
I was on 10, but I was on 10 for a different reason.
Okay.
This is his version.
So my friend met her friend at a nightclub. We didn't, so they met. And then the next week, my friend goes, hey, man, I'm going over Cat because she was dressed up as a cat. He said, I'm going over Cat's house. Would you like to go? I said, no, man, that's all right.
Cat. She had a nickname.
It was around Halloween.
It was Halloween.
It was around Halloween time.
Okay,
So-
that's hilarious. That part is funny. I'm sorry.
Right, so I didn't even know the young lady's name, so I called her Cat. So I said, no, man, I don't want to go because I don't want to be the third wheel. He said, oh, man, by the way, she said she's going to have a girl over there, but she wouldn't be interested in you because she a head turner. I said, dude, I'm going.
Excuse me. Okay, you like, and I'm in.
Right, I said, I'm going, dude. All right, so now I'm like, okay, she ain't going to like me anyway, right? So she didn't know I was coming. I knew she was going to be there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. My friend, we went out to the movie that day. I didn't know he was supposed to take the young lady out.
Oh.
So we had gone to the movie. That's why we got there
So he
late.
was living his best life, acting like he didn't have nowhere to go.
He hadn't even told his friend. So they were supposed to go to the movies and then go out to eat. He shows up full and I already saw the movie.
And we're coming in, we're joking and laughing. I'm coming in. I got kind of a big chip on my shoulder because, this girl ain't going to like me no way, right? So I walk in and the atmosphere was tight. It was.
You're like, why did I walk into?
Right. It was stronger than what I thought it was going to be.
It was insults
flying.
flying.
What?
and just eye rolling.
They were mad. I was cocky, and I'm talking big crap.
Then he asked for something to drink,
Yeah.
and my girlfriend gave him some Kool-Aid, and I don't know if you remember.
Not the Kool-Aid. Wait a minute. This is
No, she gave me some flavoring.
Not,
I'm like, and I dogged her over the Kool-Aid.
He talked about her so bad, and so she was not feeling him. I was not feeling his friend, and so we were like, you know what? It was just really getting very insulting,
hostile.
Yeah. So I pulled out some nail polish, and I was like, yeah, you guys are lucky she let you in. So I pulled out some nail polish just to show how bored I was. I was like, right, and so he decides to make his move, and he gets down on one.
I'm just gonna show this girl, right? So I said, "Hey, baby." I said, "No." I said, "Do you mind if I polish your nails?"
What?
Oh yeah, you went. Oh, he came all the way out. He was. Wait a minute. You was trying to come out with the game. I see.
Okay. I'm like,
got down on one knee because I was sitting in the chair.
Right.
Got down on one knee and looked up in my eyes and was like, "You have the most beautiful eyes."
And wait a minute. Hold up. How did you react? Because I know you were like, wait a minute. Okay.
No, I wasn't. I was like, because he did polish my nails.
Yep.
And then he said that, and I was just like, but I was like, I
grew up with sisters. So I knew there's a couple of things I knew. My father taught me how to treat a lady, and my sister schooled me on how to treat a lady as well.
So he thought he had it packed.
Oh, I did.
So he
My
thought
game
he
was
had
tight.
it.
Yeah.
Well, his game was tight until we got out. So just to so we decided to leave our friends and just give them time to talk.
Right.
So as awkward as it was, we went for a walk.
Yep.
And the whole time he talked about his ex-girlfriend who he had just broken up with.
Yeah, that's when my game fell off the table.
Who? You? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
how you go from paint nails to talk? Lord have mercy.
See, I broke
Tamika,
came out.
I got real for a moment.
You was like, let me open up my heart.
Right. But you know, we laugh about that, but that's actually one of the greater things about our relationship is that we were actually able to just let down all the guards.
Yes.
Just have a genuine conversation.
Yes.
I was actually on my way off to college, and I was like, I'm not looking for anything or anybody. I mean, we were just, it was
just friends.
I mean, at that time, we knew that I had made it clear I wasn't looking for anyone, and he made it clear he wasn't looking for anyone because he had just gotten out of a relationship.
Wow.
And so we were actually able to just have a genuine conversation.
That's great. I mean, I feel like very rarely do you very rarely do people meet people of the opposite sex immediately and have a genuine conversation, right?
Yeah.
And I think that is the key, because my husband and I did the same thing. The first time we met, like, we were talking about traveling and like where it was from, and like it was more of a deep dive versus just like, hey, you look good,
Right.
Yep.
Right. Or you can tell he's trying to,
Nobody was trying to make a move on anyone.
Correct.
It was just
genuine. It was respectful and it was genuine. So I love that. All right. So fast forward, like, y'all been together for 33 years. Hello. Okay. Like,
no, we've been married for 33 years.
Yeah.
He was in the friend zone for 2 years.
Okay, we're not gonna bring up the whole friend zone.
Correct. Let me clarify.
He was in it because I was on my way out to college, and I was like, I'm not looking for. I don't want any baggage. I don't want any, like, we know people who've done that, and I'm like, when I go to college, I don't want any attachment. So he was in the friend zone for 2 years. He said he has what?
PTSD about that.
Wait a minute. So what was it that for both of you to know that you were one another's match?
Well, it's funny because from the day we met to the day I went off to school, I think that was about a month and a half time. We spent every single day together.
Wow.
And people kept saying, you guys are friends?
I said, we're just dating. We're just friends.
Look at him. He just said,
And with my roommate college, I was like, because then once I went away and, you go home, and I was like, oh my goodness, I think he's starting to like me. And like, I only see him as a friend. So my roommate college, once we decided to get married, so he was a friend for 2 years, then we dated for 2 years, then we decided to get married.
He over there struggling, thinking about it.
Yeah, I have a hard time with it.
I was like, wait a minute. So at the wedding, she was like, what happened? Last time I talked to you, you were like, you couldn't see him more than a friend. I said, well, things
I broke that down, baby.
You were dedicated.
I was. Hey, listen, when she was away at school, I went by and took her mother to the store.
He was
I
definitely.
stayed connected.
Oh, you knew what you were doing. So you knew, like, what was it that made you know?
Once we started having conversations and we started hanging out, I said, man, this is the one. She can't be the one. She the one. She can't be the one, right? I'm having two conversations
Right.
because she's not gonna like me, right? So that's still stuck in the back of my head.
Right.
But I'm like, man, she's checking all the boxes, man. She gets along with my family, and I'm like, when I have kids, I would love to have kids with her because I know she's gonna be like, real good with the kids and stuff like that. So everything that I thought it was going to be, it turned out to be. So I was right. So yeah, I felt it. When you know.
I mean, that's the truth. I mean, I feel like because I'm feeling like that's giving the brand name, the legendary relationship brand name. Like, where did that come from? Because you have a company, right? And that is what the brand name is under. Where did that come from?
I don't know. It was just God sent. But it truly, when you define the word legendary, it's like it's something lasting, it's impactful. And that's what our relationship is. It's not just for us, but we impact so many people that we don't even realize.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, this wasn't our first career. So our degrees are in technology. And so when we go into when it was when God's plan was like, okay, go into relationships, I constantly was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, people are really fickle people.
Yeah, facts. Okay. But like that's a beautiful thing. I wonder, like, what is it that were you seeing relationships struggle like around you?
No, so
No.
what would because I don't know. I
We
think
put a lot of work in our own relationship.
Yeah.
Whether going to conferences, reading books, seminars, workshops, stuff like
and
that.
just being able to I think being friends, just being able to work through issues differently. And
Yes.
so people would just come up to us and ask us for relationship advice. I mean, like, literally, our kids, when they were in baseball, like at 11 years old, we had a couple call us, and we weren't really close to them. Our kids just played baseball together, and we knew them. We were cordial, and so they called us like at 9 o'clock at night, and were like, "Hey, can we come over?" And we're like, "Come over?"
Look, I don't even really know them like that.
You know, we're having some issues, and do you mind? Could you talk with us? Or people would just like pull us over to the side and ask us. And I'm like, why, like, what is it that people see in us that they think, Yeah.
I mean, I
So-
definitely feel like there's a cohesion here and it feels easy. I mean, even talking to you, seeing you two together, it feels very like it's genuine, it's cohesive. But like, has it always been like that? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
and
From the
when-
time.
Or like, do you have the tough times and you're like, it's still cohesive, but it's really not. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, of course.
Relationship has issues,
Sure.
right? So we're no different. We're no different. And so when you talk about, it's being able to work through those challenges.
Correct.
And so I tell people all the time, it's not the challenges that you face, it's how you work through them. How do you get through them? And it's how is it damaging to your relationship, or do you learn from it?
Sure.
And then it has more of a growing experience.
Sure.
So, people always talk about we complete each other's sentences, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful, but is that real? I wonder too, like, when you've had the troubling times, because we all know relationships have that, like, that's reality. I would only imagine that there's several over the course of 33,
Several?
34.
Several? You mean dozens? Dozens?
You're like, way more. Okay.
A time in a period.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes.
it's obvious that both of you are not on the same page at the same time all the time, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. We're talking about two different individuals
Correct.
with two different upbringings, two different ideas of life, two different experiences. Like, I don't know why people think when they get married, like,
Listen,
it's going to be this fairy tale. No,
No,
you
there's
have
a lot of
two
learning that had to happen.
I'm more aggressive. He's more laid back.
Yep.
People,
which is good. It's a balance, right? It creates
is.
a balance.
it is and it isn't, because people want to interject themselves in your relationship,
Listen.
right?
Listen, okay. I'll be like,
So,
did I ask you?
like-
Okay.
Right. Like, you don't have your own issues
Yes.
for someone to assume.
Correct.
I can be a little, I've learned to calm down, though. I can be a little.
You know what's funny? I always tell people, I said, when I need something taken care of, like a battle, I call Tina. I say, baby, I need you to take care of this. I just don't want to deal with it. Everybody looks at me like I'm the nice guy.
This is
Right.
true.
But
This is
Tina
true.
goes out and take care of all of that for me.
He makes me out to be the bad guy all the time.
I mean, like you're going to say it. I'm going to, sugarcoat it.
Yeah, well, I wonder too, like, what is it that when you go through the troubling times, like, what is it that has bonded you and kept you going? Because at any given time, there are situations where you disagree.
Mm-hmm.
You genuinely don't see eye to eye. Like, how do you maintain that? How do you not go? Have you gone to sleep in separate rooms? Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
and see, I
absolutely.
appreciate that, right? Like, people don't even want to talk about that, right? They don't want to talk about
Well,
the real
what's the
deal,
name of your show? What's your name of your show?
the real connect.
Real.
The what? The REAL, right?
Hello. Hello, tell them,
So,
okay? But it's
you
the
need to tell
truth.
people if they're not going to be real, they don't need to be on
No,
here.
like,
Right?
and I think a lot of times people are like, well, no, we try to be good. No, the truth is that sometimes you don't sleep in the same room, right? Sometimes you have arguments where you're frustrated.
Somebody like, don't touch me.
Don't talk to me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
For days.
Yes,
Right.
like
Just
I'm
overnight.
over you right now.
Yeah.
How do you
right.
come back? What is it that has brought you back to each other?
I think we've always led with respect. We've
Yes.
always, we knew that we disagreed. I was raised, like I said, I was raised different than Tina was. So for me, I'm very respectful of my wife.
Mhm.
And I learned that from my father. My father said, no matter what you do,
Mhm.
you always respect your mother. So that was instilled in me
Yeah.
as a child. So we can disagree. We can not talk to each other, but sometimes we need space
Mhm.
to sort it out.
Mhm.
I need to learn how to be a husband, right? Because I didn't know,
Right.
right? My parents weren't married.
And my parents weren't married.
Right.
So we're navigating this space
On your own.
totally new.
Mhm.
Plus, we're young.
Mhm.
We're young. We have this ideology of what we think marriage is, right? We
Yeah.
have this fairy tale because Disney said happily
Listen.
ever after, and they
Disney
lied,
be tripping.
right?
Okay.
Right. It's like, it's like once we got older, now I know why they always ended the movie.
Yes.
The end, right? When
Yes.
they got married,
Yes.
right? Because that's really where it begins.
Yes.
That's when the stuff hit the fan.
Right. That's when you start walking around and you're in your baggy clothes, and your husband go, "What's the deal?" Like what's going on here, right? So and it's funny I bring that up, right? We're cleaning the house and painting and fixing, and so for days I'm going to the store the way I look like I'm cleaning. He turns to me one day and go, "Why are you dressed like that?"
Like, what's
I'm
happening?
like,
Like, I don't know
I'm
you
like-
like that. That's
Right.
funny.
I'm like what? He's like, "Why do you look like that?" And I mean, I have on like shorts 4 sizes too big, which probably were his, and and just I'm like, okay, well, I'm like who I'm with. I'm not looking for anybody.
Yeah, right. Like,
But-
what is the
So
problem?
yeah,
I mean, people plan for the wedding and not the marriage. Like, people are very
absolutely.
gung-ho.
But no one tells us that.
No.
No one informs us.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Society
I have a
says-
question. Yeah, go ahead. It's society.
Go,
says
No,
that.
no,
no,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say,
No,
society says you
Go ahead.
girl meets
Sorry.
boy, you get married, that's it. So
Right.
that's what we think.
Right. And you
Go
think
ahead.
that's it. It's abrupt. It's so funny because I have this conversation. Did you all have a big wedding, or how large was your
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a big wedding.
Okay.
Huge.
Yeah.
How many people that were in the wedding are you still close to? Is everyone?
My sisters, 2 of my sisters, but I would say
None of my men.
1.
Isn't that
What?
hilarious? I tell
I think we had 13 or 14. I think we had 13 or 14 groomsmen.
I tell people that all the time. Like, you have this massive wedding, and like the people that are by your side are very likely to not be by your side as you continue the journey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it just showcases that, like, you evolve, things shift, life is
Yep.
different. And like, you do all this planning for the marriage, or excuse me, for the wedding. And it's
The
like,
wedding.
no, focus on the marriage, because the marriage is the priority. And all these people that are around you at the wedding probably ain't gonna be around you in 10 years.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what happened.
When we decided, like I said, we were young, and when we decided to get married, and we told a lot of our friends and family members,
Mhm.
all of a sudden everybody started getting married. Oh, we're
Yeah.
getting married. We're getting married.
Yeah.
That's like,
You're
it was
probably
we
led
started
by
to
example.
dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
None of them lasted.
None of them.
So-
You see, because the dedication
Yeah.
is just not there. It's like this glamorous, picturesque
Right.
image. And like people don't realize that behind the scenes, you got to do the work.
You have
Yep.
to do the work.
It can
You
be a
have to do the work.
beautiful thing, but it's like you have to do the work. Okay, one of
And I tell men,
Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
tell men all the time. I said, listen, you may look at this relationship and say, "Oh man, you got it all together and all this other stuff." If you're not willing to do what I did to have this,
Listen.
then you won't have it.
No.
Yeah.
Correct. Ooh, say that again, because people be seeing it and they be like, "That's what I want." I had to
Right,
put in work daily to maintain
Not o-
this.
Not only
Yes.
that, but we have to change ourselves. We have to change
Correct.
our perspective, right? When you're talking
Correct.
about mindset shift, right? I had to stop thinking that my way was the only way or my way was
Oh,
the
we both
right
had
way.
to do that. Yeah.
Right. But you know, just
Girl,
talking
I be like,
right?
listen, when that's so funny. Like, wait a minute. Logan, my husband, be like, "You never apologize." I'd be like, "But do I do anything wrong?" But you have to get to a point where you go from, yes, you're absolutely right. Initially, I was like, I mean, it takes some time
it's
to
hard.
get to that
it's
point,
hard.
right?
It's hard.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's hard to discipline yourself.
Yeah.
It is.
That's very true. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so I feel like one of the things that you all discuss or disclose in like even your book is like how to manifest a quality relationship or your relationship that you want. Like, how do people do that? What do you suggest? What do you recommend? What does that look like?
So for us, when we talk about manifesting, right? Manifesting is bringing something that you hold in your mind.
Mhm.
You have a dream or a vision or an idea, right? And it's bringing it into the physical realm,
Mhm.
Right.
right? And so when we do that, we use a manifest framework.
Okay.
And so we talk about your mindset.
Yes.
And then A is for awareness, N is for nurturing, right? How am I spell it? M-A-N-I.
Intention.
Yes. Like, how do I
Okay.
spell?
right. Look at these letters. So I
love it.
focus, right.
Empower, strengthen, and then in the end, you transform.
Yeah. So you got to go through these stages, and then at the end, it's transformation.
Mhm.
We can't want to manifest something without first changing
Correct.
what's not right.
Correct.
And what we, as you said, correcting ourselves. Mindset shift, right? We always tell people as individuals, we always look at issues or problems from one perspective, our own.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But when we're dealing with empathy, right? The book talks about empathy. We talk about empathy. That means that I'm gonna now go around the mountain and then see your view. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to see through your eyes, and then maybe I can have a different awareness, right? So that's where the awareness comes in. Wow, like I never thought of it like that way, right?
Yeah.
So just we found out that just simple disagreements were just a matter of difference of opinion. And then when I understood where he was coming from, then it made things so much clearer instead of me trying to stand my ground and force
Yeah.
him to see it my way.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point, and it makes me think about just making space and being open to someone else's opinion. I think in
Absolutely.
relationships, it's so easy to want to, as you stated, stand your ground. But the truth is you can't be in any type of bond without being willing to listen to someone else's side. Like you can't have a quality, deep relationship without being able to listen to someone's side, absorb it, and then say, do I agree? Do I not? And you know, what I've learned over time, even in my relationship with friends or my husband, is like, I may not agree today with what you're
Right.
talking about, but I need to be able to listen and receive it. And down the line, I may be like, oh, that's what he was talking
this
about.
is what he was talking about.
Yes.
Right,
And
right. Now-
it may take some time before I'm like, you was right.
Right.
But the truth
And
is,
then your husband's like, what are you talking about? You're like, remember 2 years ago
Right.
when you said this?
Right. Now I get it.
now, right,
Right.
correct. But it's like you have to be open. And I think you have
Yes.
to make the space literally and non-literally, right? You have to make the space in your home. Like a lot of people want relationships, but like they don't have the time to commit to it. They don't have the space in their home. They don't have even I think about people that are like, I don't even want to like think about considering someone else. Like if I go out to eat, right? Or if I go pick up Chipotle, for example, am I willing to text a person and be like, are you hungry?
You know, it's funny that you say that. We have three children,
Mhm.
and there was a point
Yeah,
when
three grown adults.
3 grown adults.
He's like, correct.
I know.
Correct.
I don't let people.
Right.
I don't really say grown adults because then people try to start doing the math. They're
Yeah.
like, grown
Y'all look
adults, and you've
good.
been married
Y'all look
33
good. That's
years.
all that matters. Okay.
So it's like at this particular time, I took my 2 boys, they're the oldest, and so I took their girlfriends on a conference, you know, and so we were on our way back, and so I text my husband, hey, we're going to stop off, you want something to eat? And so the other girlfriend texts my son, hey, we're going to stop, and then the other girl looked and said, so does that mean I should text him? And
She was like, yeah, that ain't my testimony. Okay.
right? She was like really confused. She was like, I've never done this before.
Mhm.
Like I've never texted my boyfriend when I've stopped to ask him, hey, you want something to eat? But see, that's the things that's built on a firm foundation in a
Correct.
relationship.
Right.
Are you thinking about someone else
Correct.
other than yourself? Because you
Yes.
want them to think about you.
Yes.
In
Right?
return.
It's
Yeah.
not
I wanna
always
go
about
back
you.
to-
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to go back to
Well, I
manifestation.
wouldn't go that far, but okay. No.
Wait, you like actually, yes, manifestation.
Right. Go ahead.
So about manifestation. So to manifest, you don't get what you say you want. You
Mm.
get you are.
Mm.
You get what you radiate. So that's where
Correct.
most people make the mistake. They go, well, I'm going to say, I want this. I want this man to be this. I want my husband to be that. I want all of these different things. But what you truly radiating is
Something totally different.
discord, unhappiness. You're not
Yeah,
compassionate.
It's like when you say want, that is a necessity. It's almost like a desperation call. Like you're calling in a desperation. When you're just being and you're like, I'm prepared for a partner, it calls in a different type of person. I think a lot of women especially get frustrated with who they're attracting, but it really is based off of
Who they are.
correct.
But you attracting who you are.
Correct.
So
And
and that most people want they won't look at themselves.
Correct.
Because the only reason it's showing up is because of you're radiating that, and this is who you are. And you can only call forth
Who you
like
are.
you.
Mhm.
And you can only
Like
attract. So,
Yep.
right, exactly. So
Right.
people don't get that. So
Nope.
they're like, well, wait a minute, I'm not this way. I'm not selfish. But if you take a deeper dive, as you say, right, you may find out that some of your actions
Are actually
that you've done
selfish.
with other partners are selfish. You may not even look at them as selfish. So,
Correct.
our book, when we talk about our book, it really gives people an opportunity to understand these laws. So our book is about universal law, right? And we're talking about universal law is like the law of gravity. The only reason why the law of gravity is natural to us is because they taught us that in science, right? So these laws exist.
Correct.
You can believe them or not believe them, but they're there. So why not understand how they really work?
Yes.
Most people go, oh, look, the law of attraction, attract what you want. Just keep saying it. Baby,
No.
you're gonna keep
attracting what you are.
it. Now
Well,
you can
saying
attract
it is not doing it or being it. It's just saying
exactly.
it.
Even if people do all these things and you can attract that perfect man, but he's
But
not gonna, or woman.
You won't stay.
He won't stay
Correct.
because you're not the equivalent.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
You want something that you're not equivalent to.
Correct.
Right. And so we have just understanding what these laws really mean. It means who I am really on the inside is who I'm attracting. And that's what's going to stay. So if you keep attracting something that you don't like, that's where that mindset shift has to come. We have to do some
Yeah.
introspection.
We do, and it's hard to do that, to connect with self
Absolutely.
and to really dig deep into who you are and how you can improve. And I think, you mentioned something very powerful. It's like we are so not willing
Come on, just
to be what we are expecting.
Absolutely.
Right. Oh yeah.
You want
Or we
to call
think
in
we're
all
good
these
enough.
things, right?
Yep.
You want
Yep.
all these things, and you over here got like 2 out of the 12 things that you asking for.
Or another big thing that I find is that I tell people like self-love, right?
Yes.
So we think self-love means being arrogant,
Yeah.
putting yourself first. And all, self-love is about I am filled up with love because now I can radiate love. If I'm not loving myself and I'm not able to express love to my mate, then my mate's not going to give me love. right?
Correct.
So even again, we're looking for this person to show me love, make me feel love, tell me what love looks like, and we don't even know what we really want or what love looks like for us.
Yeah, I also think self-love is like acceptance of you. It's like, how can
And
you
again, right? People can,
how can you be in love with someone else if you're not accepting and in love with self? It's like you have to offer yourself exactly what you want to give to someone else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
You
I
have to
think
love the good, the bad, and the ugly.
and all of it. Like, I'm like, listen, I may not be perfect. Actually, I am, but I'm perfectly imperfect. Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
and all of this is grand. Okay. So if you get this, whether you're as my partner, as my husband, my friend, whomever, like, you getting some greatness. Okay.
That's right.
And like, I'm willing to go the mile for whomever is in my corner. And it's like, I can only expect what I'm willing to give.
Absolutely. Exactly.
You know,
and so it's just,
But that's a very mature way of thinking.
and
There's a
everybody
lot
doesn't
of
think,
immature adults out here.
listen,
and relationships.
you ain't got to.
And it has
Hold up, wait a
nothing
minute.
to do with
Okay.
age.
Listen, it's the struggle is real, and I'd be like, you got to get it together, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all have been together for a long time. I love it. I appreciate it.
Wait,
Okay.
we're just a little seasoned.
I'm like,
a little seasoned.
I'm like, listen, this is a long time. It's like Lori's and all the seasoning salts, okay?
right. Look, garlic.
Garlic powder, all of it, okay?
Yeah, all that, right.
So, like, I feel like it's hard to maintain intimacy. And a lot of people think intimacy is like physical and all of that. But like, that intimacy can span the gamut. Like, how have you maintained connection and intimacy with one another over this course of 89 years?
We actually, we have a podcast. And so we've talked about that, right? Because first we have to understand that intimacy has a different, as you said, definition for each person.
Yep.
But I think the major thing is for people to understand is that communication is important. You have to be able to communicate effectively to your partner what is intimacy to you, right? You have to have these conversations. You have to get to know each other deeper than who you think you know them. Because most of the time when we're dating, we ask kind of like, the standard questions, right?
Yeah.
And we share what we share. But there's some questions that maybe if we went a little deeper, or the things that we don't think that are important, we can find out some more things about our mate that makes us emotionally intimate, which makes us connected intimately.
Sure.
Right. And being able to, hey, if I'm feeling neglected, one, I have to ask myself, well, why am I feeling this way? Right. I have to be able to do, as you said, do that self-work. And so then sometimes we may feel like that, hey, I'm tripping. It really has nothing to do. And
Right.
But what about you and your intimacy?
Oh, come on, the sex part?
No.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We said it ain't always about physical.
Well, for this man right here, he means sex. So we just go.
Maybe I'm gonna tell you. All right, I'm just gonna say this.
Please do.
He came to me and said, I want you to touch me more. I want to feel you. I said, baby, if I stop feeling you, we can have some more sex. So
listen, he like, if that's what's gonna happen, yes, but
right, not being able to have this conversation. I was like, I need more intimacy, right?
And I thought right away.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I said we can definitely do that, baby.
Right. Like my love language is touch.
He's like, oh, that's all you need to tell me. Come on, you should have said that faster, right?
And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Then there's a disconnect, right? Because I'm thinking, hey, I'm touching. I know what we're about to do, and then it's like the train just abruptly stops.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wait a minute.
Like, but I'm doing it right.
What you asked for, I'm giving you what you asked for.
Yeah.
Right. And
but that wasn't the way that she needed it.
And she wasn't. Also, I think I found in relationships and even with my clients, it's like there's this communication is key, but it's also like when you communicate the why behind it. Okay, I need you to touch me because listen, men, y'all a little lost. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
You like, I agree.
Yeah.
It's like you need to kind of lay it out a little bit more directly. And I think as females too, sometimes we have this expectation without being able to articulate what the reason for
Absolutely.
the expectation and what can really assist us in getting to the other side. We're like, I need you to do this, but it's just, that's it. No, I need you to do this because, and if you do this, this will get us to a different level. You know, I had the same conversation with a couple recently. They were struggling with not being connected. They had a younger kid, you know, initially before their child, and I'm sure you all can probably relate, before they had a child, they were always together. They always had bonds. They were always talking. They were always doing all of these things at night, right? Whether it's communication, talking about the day, whatever. And after a while, when they had their young child, it's like it becomes a child. The child becomes a priority, especially at night, you know, whatever. It's like we got to feed the
And
child to get to bed.
becomes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It becomes a distraction.
Correct.
And that's where we have to make sure that people understand that's where you continue to grow your relationship,
Correct.
not let it just take on a whole new
Yes,
course.
and
because
this
you
is
had
an
children.
exactly. It's an opportunity to grow your relationship. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm asking, you know, the husband is like, I want you to put the kid to bed at an earlier
Right.
time. And she's like,
Right.
why? I want to spend time with the kid. You know, and he's like,
Right.
you need to maintain a routine. And I was like, okay, I hear you. But what is the real reason behind you wanting her to put the child to bed?
Exactly. Because when she comes to bed, she's tired and he wants to have sex.
Yes, that.
I
And
can
he
take
also, yes, he wants sex and he also wants to have the conversations that he was accustomed to
his
having
partner, right.
beforehand. And it's like, we had to get to I just want you to have a routine. I want you to get the kid to bed.
Go deeper.
All
Yeah.
of that to get to the point of, I just want to spend more time with you. We're
Right,
missing the
right.
quality time.
Or I feel like I'm no longer a piece of this puzzle. See what
Right.
happens?
I'm not the main character anymore.
Exactly.
Correct.
So what women usually do is they take on the whole protective guardian, like, you know,
Yes.
and everything. And so we go in and not that men don't do a lot, but sometimes as
different.
women, we take on so many responsibilities. And then after a while, after 5 years in, we feel resentful because
Yes.
they're not doing it because
Right.
we didn't allow them to, right?
Correct.
And so it's just, and so the man usually, and I see this so often,
Mm-hmm.
the mother starts to nurture the child and the father's left over here.
I know. I'm always and I'm like, you wouldn't have the kid without the man.
And I don't think
Yeah.
they do it intentionally.
Yeah.
No.
As women, it's conditioning.
Well,
It's
I think, you know, especially from the men that I'm working with, right? They say, well, I don't want to do anything because she comes behind me and do it her way anyway. I'm doing it wrong.
That's very true. Just like
so the men are like, I
Right.
can't win.
So it's like, okay, I won't do anything. So then that's where they kind of mess up, right? And miss out. But I made sure when I was raising
Man.
my son,
Let me tell you, I couldn't wait to his nights. I was like, woo,
I know you were like, I'm taking
I
off.
was like, I was.
well, what did I
checked
have?
Out.
I had the weekend, so I had what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
I think you had Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, something like that.
Yeah.
I
So that
don't
was the
think you had
night
Sunday.
I
Yeah.
got
That's
up.
nice. I mean, I love
Man,
that. You basically came up with like a schedule. No,
Yeah,
that would
because,
work.
you know, people,
Yeah.
most men think because the woman's at home with the child that they don't need
Right.
a break.
Right.
No, we need a break.
I
Right.
wanted my bonding time.
Yeah.
I wanted my relationship
And that's
to be
beautiful.
time with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's necessary.
So we have to be, like you said, we have to be able to think about what type of marriage do we want.
Mhm.
Right? It's not just the bond before children, it's the bond during and after. Because what happens, right? We always hear it about the empty nesters, and then they find out, like, who are you? Now, we've
Correct.
done a lot of clients like that.
Oh,
Mhm.
People who are really afraid for their children to leave, and they're like, well, it's just going to be, you know, us. And I'm like, girl, that's the best thing since sliced bread. Are you kidding me?
Right. Like we ain't got to
Life
worry
back.
about
Yeah,
the
you get your
outsider.
life
Like
back.
your
Right.
kids. Like now you get to be with you two again. Like that should be
You're not a-
exciting.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're not
yes.
an Uber.
So
You're
how
like,
have you because I love the idea of you like having schedules with your kids, right? Like days.
Yep.
Like how else do you guys do date nights or like how do you maintain just
Well,
consistency?
That's a funny thing too, right?
yeah. Well, see,
We were a part of a married couples club, which we're now the president's over. But
Okay.
back in the day, we were just participants.
yep.
And they would always say, have date night. You know,
Yep.
people who are over it then was like, you have to keep in your date nights.
I wasn't spending no money on no date night. I got stuff to pay for.
Wait a minute.
It's like, I have 3 kids, a house.
Listen, I ain't trying to go out and spend no more.
Okay, so
Like-
what did you do? What did you do at home? Like, how did you maintain? You looking like
We didn't
We-
have
we-
date night.
We went years without having a date night.
wow.
But-
Until one day, it was a time when someone came to me and said, "Jason, you have to, man,
Mm-hmm.
take time out and go on a date night." And I promised my wife, I forgot what year it was,
Me too.
and I said, "I promise you that I will go on at least 6 date nights this year." That was one of my New Year's
Okay.
resolutions. Right. So because I knew it was important, but at the
Yeah.
time, I'm like, when you're trying to make it, you're trying
Right.
to make it,
Right.
and you try to cut corners or whatever you can.
Yeah.
Just felt like that was a waste of money.
Right.
And
We
you
can
have
sit at home and
kids
watch a movie or something.
yeah. I mean, but at least you
and
spent
for me-
quality time. It sounds like. Did you have
yeah,
quality
And I was
time?
going to
Yeah.
say, for us, we do everything together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a business, so we work together.
yeah.
We coached our kids' baseball team together.
Okay.
Yeah, practice, like we were always together. So I mean,
Always
I never
together.
felt like
You never.
we
felt the
didn't have
disconnect.
quality time.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so I think the thing that helped us was just we learned how to deal with challenges. Challenges weren't the things that was going to break us apart.
Mhm.
So once we had a challenge, like, okay, this is another opportunity for us to grow. How are we going to grow? How are we going to get around this?
Mhm.
Right? We don't see the kids as an issue. We can make this fit into our lives. How are we going to do this? Right? So you may have to take my daughter to gymnastics. I take the boys to baseball practice. Right? We can make this work. Then we'll meet up later on. So it's all of those different things. Every challenge that came up, we turned around and used it as an opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
So, what do you
To
say
expand.
to couples that are running into challenges and they're
Get
like,
out.
We,
No. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
That was
Okay.
good. That was good. No, for real though. What do you say to couples that are running into challenges and they're just trying to figure it out? Like, what is the first step that they can do? Like, they're arguing.
It's them.
They.
Yep.
I'm
That's
here
the
for
first.
that.
No,
Yep,
no.
yep.
I'm serious. It's
Yeah.
so when we talk about a first step, what we have to do is the first step should be a step back,
Mm.
right? And so if I'm feeling resentful,
Mm-hmm.
that means I'm giving out vibrations, energy of
Yes.
resentfulness.
Mhm.
I'm going to get that back.
Yes.
I'm going to get that
That's
back.
very
So
true.
now we're arguing, right? And we cannot fix a problem. And you can.
No, go ahead, baby.
okay.
I got you.
We cannot fix a problem at the level in which it was created.
Right.
Right. So that means someone is going to have to elevate above the situation to
Yes.
see it differently.
Ooh, can you please?
Yeah, we
I
have
don't
to.
think
right?
people realize that someone has to
Yep.
elevate above to like be like,
But-
okay,
But what happens is you want it to be your partner,
correct.
and your partner
you
wanted
need
to be you. That's why I said
Ding,
it begins
ding,
with
ding.
you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's what I said. It's you.
Right.
It has to begin with you.
Mhm.
Obama, and I think he quoted it from Mandela. The change we are seeking is ourselves.
That's true.
We have to change. Yeah.
and
yeah.
it's
We
so
have
annoying. It's so annoying.
Yes. Because it's so
Too
true.
bad
Yes.
your husband's not on the other side because he may be like, "Tell her
Listen,
what
but
you-"
the truth is that that's the annoying part about being in a relationship. You have to admit that you could very well be the problem. And in order to
Yes.
fix it, you got to fix it. You.
You could
Yes,
be the problem
you.
and the solution.
Solution,
you gotta look at
correct.
things. That could be
Yep.
the good thing. So
Yep.
let's not look at the bad part. Let's look at the good part. So not only is there an issue
Mhm.
or problem. So when Jason was talking about issues, one of the things I know we talked about transformation, right?
Right.
One of the things that truly impacted and transformed our relationship was that every challenge, every problem, we took it from between us. There was no win-lose situation. It was like we took the problem from between us and put it in front of us. Now, whatever solution we come up with, we're both winning.
Right.
Because when we look at our relationship as you have to lose and I have to win, that means that really what suffers is your relationship.
I mean, you
Your
really took
every time.
You really took the ego out of it. Like you took out
Exactly.
the pride
Exactly.
and the wanting to be right out of it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then in that way, we don't individually have to win. We have to come together to win to actually
Okay.
take care of the
Okay.
Tackle
challenge.
this-
Before
yes.
before we end, how long did it take you to get to that point? Because that wasn't at the beginning. Where you're
No,
just
no,
like,
it wasn't.
At the beginning. No.
It wasn't because of ego.
yes.
When you're young
Correct.
and you've never been married, it's like doing something you've never done before, right? So you have to have trial and error.
Yes.
And you have to,
Yes.
but I think also it comes from reading, from searching, from self-development, right?
Self-development, yes.
He supported me all the time. I supported him all the time. Case in point, I talk about on one of we had a podcast and I was telling them, like, even in our book, I think it's chapter 2, I talk about early in our relationship, we hadn't even been married a year yet. And Jason, at the time, didn't like his job. He didn't like his hours. And so he was like, man, I hate my job. I was like, well, if you don't like it, quit. He was like, for real?
You
and I was like,
supported him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he quit. And everybody thought we were freaking
Crazy.
crazy.
Yep.
But it's that. It's the
You're
I
looking
believe in
out
you.
for each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always, no matter what. And here's the other thing. If we made a decision as a couple and it didn't pan out, it was no one's fault because we both agreed to it. We don't bring it up. We don't say it was because you made this decision.
Right.
We're here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
it's always a win-win situation. That's
Always.
what we have to in our relationships. When we have a win-lose scenario, the relationship is going to constantly take hits. It's going to take hits. And you're not even realizing. You're thinking you're winning. I won that argument.
Yep.
Would you tell him?
And you walk away be like, yep, I wasn't wrong. You were wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
That ain't
So
it.
then the relationship takes another hit. You become disconnected. Just that one little instance, just a little bit. And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And so when we talk about maturity, right? Like emotional intelligence is the buzzword, right? We have to understand what that means. And so many people don't take the time to really self-develop.
No.
We want somebody else to, like, we're still showing up the same. We have to, we have to put in the work.
Yeah, I love that you all have been like, you too. Kudos. Okay. Because I'm like, there's so many people that don't want to allow themselves to be vulnerable to let their ego drop away. Right. And I think that, like, the main piece and the main takeaway for this is that if you want to maintain a solid quality relationship, it's not just about you, it's about us. And
it's the relationship, right? It's two becoming one.
And when you should both be winning. Like, that's the whole goal. You should both be winning, and you should actually win more if you're doing it together.
It's sort of like a potato sack race, right?
Yes.
If we're in this potato sack together and we can't get it together, we're not going to win.
I think the majority of the population ain't going to make it with a potato sack race. I'm just saying, okay?
They're like, right?
They're going to be struggling, but we going to help them. Okay, we going to help them. We going to manifest.
Why we're here.
We going to help them. Okay, wait.
And I'm going to tell you, it's harder. Like, people just don't get it
I do have one question before. So I have a set of roundtable questions that'll be like more fire round, but I do have one question. Would you say that it's gotten easier the longer you've been together?
Yes, because we're wiser. We've done a lot of work and we can self-correct right in the moment a lot of times. Not all the time, but sometimes, like, she'll say something and I'll just snap right off. And she'll look at me and go, nah, you know that wasn't. And I go, you know what? You're right.
And
sometimes I don't agree.
Yeah, I get that.
And I was going to say, ego, what we realize is that it means etching God out. So when God needs to be in our relationship.
There you go.
So if my ego is too big, that means I'm etching God out. That means that God's not in the midst of this.
Too much of individuality.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, or personality.
Personality.
Ooh, I love that.
Because you know what? If your personality is too strong, it becomes your personal reality.
Yeah. I know that may take a minute.
Wait a minute. I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get that. Yeah. Yes. No, that's true. Yeah. That's what's that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's all what we talk about. It's all about you. Yeah. So my personality is so strong, and I'm always right, that it becomes my personal reality.
And this
is the truth. And people don't. So what we believe is reality. You know,
that's very. Oof. Okay, then drop mic. Okay, let me. Okay. So round table. All right.
Okay.
Who's the better cook?
I am.
Oh That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? It all depends on the food.
Okay, it all depends on what we
Well,
make.
He said I am because now he may have misunderstood that question.
No, he said
the most. Who cooks the most?
I do.
Right, that was the answer. But who cooks the best?
Me.
Wait.
Okay, we'll give it to him.
Because if I didn't cook the best, you wouldn't want to eat my cooking.
That's very true. But it's convenience too sometimes.
It's convenient, girl.
So
now he's definitely the best griller. He's the griller of the family.
I love
I'm
that.
the griller and the baker.
I love a man that can cook. Okay, so I'm here for it. Get with it, Jason. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Okay.
Women don't have to. We got to get out of those stereotypes. I'm letting him do that.
Correct. Right? Okay. Listen, Logan cooks, and I'm grateful for it because sometimes I just ain't in it. Okay. Who wakes up the earliest?
Him.
I do.
What time you wake up?
4.
Oh no. That's too early.
That's what that. Can you say it again? Be like, oh no.
I'm like, babe, we got so much stuff to do. We got to get to the gym.
What time you go to bed? 9?
See, I'm ready to go to bed at 8. I'm like, let's get into bed at 8:30.
8:30?
9:30. Yeah, but
I'm like, I can't get into bed.
We're not even in bed. So it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30. I'm like, look, I'm
Wait a minute. Let me find out. But I got y'all past your bedtime.
Yes.
No, that's during the weekday.
Almost.
Okay.
That's during the weekday.
Real close.
Yeah.
I can't even.
But here's the thing: she wants to go to bed at 8:30, but we talk to 11.
I mean, see, that's beautiful though. That's a good relationship.
But I could
and
be.
then when it's 11 and it's time to go to bed, I'd be like, oh, I'm tired.
Right.
It's time to go to bed.
I'm like, you didn't talk.
Time.
That sound like me. Okay.
You missed that time.
Who's more likely to plan a date night? Okay.
I guess me. Yeah.
Okay. I got
I'll talk myself out of it.
Look at you. Okay. Who's better at handling stress?
Me.
Yes. See, he's aware. I love that. Oh,
yep.
Who spends more time on their phone?
Him.
Talking to scrolling.
Right, talking or scrolling. That's true. That's true.
Who talks more on the phone? You.
Me.
Yeah. I do too.
That's because
you talk.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people to talk to.
I'm with you.
That's not true.
I'm the same.
You talk a long time.
I do, but the fellas that I talk to, the gentlemen, I mean, it's quick.
I know we have to think about that. I'm not on my phone a lot.
Huh.
We're really not on the phone a lot, but
okay.
No, I think you talk. But anyway,
we'll pull up the cell phone bill.
Yeah. We'll
check the minutes.
We'll check the data. Okay.
Right.
Last question. Who is more dramatic when they're sick?
Girl, you already know who that is. That's a universal thing. That's a universal thing.
Tamika, that was a loaded question. I cannot confirm nor deny.
Man,
I already know. Be like, I can't get
terrible.
up. I got a little, my stuffy nose. Can need some orange juice.
and then it's like the excuses have to come, right? Like why they can't do it. I'm like, get up, take some medicine, keep it moving, take a vitamin. But
she'll get sick. She'll lay down for a second and she's up walking around. I'm like, baby, you sick?
Right.
She goes, no, I feel good. I get sick. I'm laid out for days.
Immediately. When you feel the first whiff of it, you're like, I can't.
Can you get me something to eat?
The voice even changes. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh. It has been a pleasure to meet you two. Thank you so much for joining.
You too.
Yes. Please tell the people like how they can find you and what your website is, all of the things.
All right.
Okay. So before I say that, we do have a free resource for your listeners. It is you can get it at Legendary Relationship TRC.
Perfect.
Or the Real Connect
podcast.
Awesome.
Right? The real for the team.
I'll put it in the listen notes too.
Yep.
Okay.
And what that is just exercises, affirmations, journaling prompts, and also
on how to manifest a joy-filled relationship.
Awesome. That's great. Thanks for sharing that.
Yep. So you can connect with us on our website, which is legendaryrelationship.com. Across socials, we're at Legendary Relationship everywhere. And also, and then we have our book, which is Manifest a Joy-Filled Relationship.com. Yep.
Awesome.
And so we are an Amazon bestseller.
Yes.
And number one.
Congrats.
Number one in this category.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, y'all take heed, get the free resource, and connect with Jason and Tina Marie. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Of course. Another episode down, like, subscribe, comment, do all of the things, and we cannot wait to give you the next round of episodes.